XRP and the entire cryptocurrency market is crashing really bad right now. I was just getting ready to go to sleep, but then I thought to myself, is it fair that people are feeling exactly how I'm feeling due to just pure manipulation that is happening in the global cryptocurrency market today? All I see right now is people trying to get panic into retail. I'm going to highlight some things that I'm seeing on crypto Twitter and social media outlets, as well as even mainstream media outlets regarding the cryptocurrency space. What they're talking about with Michael Saylor and him dumping BTC, which is just not a true statement, with what's happening with Grayscale and other ETFs saying that they're dumping all their BTC in BlackRock. But this is just all not true. So stick around in this video today to make sure you get clarity on what's happening to XRP coin after its ETF approval and going live just last week. But now the market decided to dump, especially Bitcoin more than others. And that's what's super interesting with this market crash that we're witnessing. But remember, as always, never financial advice, just trying to put you guys on the plays that I'm in. If you're new around here, smash the like button and also consider subscribing to the channel. Let's go ahead and look at the market. It looks pretty bad. Bitcoin just broke below $90,000 a few minutes ago. But look at it running now almost back to 91K. There's so much liquidity just ready to just be deployed into the market. Ethereum at $3,000 was right around 2,900 a bit ago. XRP is at $2.16, well below the 255 range or the 368 range where we once were at all-time highs. But pay attention to what's happening in volume. Strong volume, $6.5 billion exchanging the hands of traders. My personal position over at iTrust Capital sitting at $2.15 per coin. We're at $11,632 per XRP, down about $5,000 since I've transferred money in. You guys, you need to make sure you're paying attention here. This is what's making a lot of people panic, and it's just not a true statement. And it's honestly starting to frustrate me because I know the people that are going to be the losers are going to be retail investors like you and I, while institutions are actually doubling down and buying even more. Grayscale dumped 440,000 BTC and liquidated 65% of their crypto holdings. The largest crypto fund has been selling nonstop. They now have less Bitcoin in 2019 than in 2019. What's going on? This is just a false statement by this individual. There was a community note that was actually put up way after his post, and unfortunately, a lot of people fell victim to this kind of FUD or negative news. Grayscale's BTC outflows are cumulative since its ETF conversions in January of 2024, totaling $24 billion, mostly in 2024, not a recent dump of 440 Bitcoin. This reflects redemptions, not liquidations. 2025 outflows are minor. BlackRock now holds even more Bitcoin, and you can even see it from the investment news and these different true outlets that can keep you actually informed. So again, the reason I think it's super important for when people are just looking at different things like Grayscale liquidation could unleash a Bitcoin Armageddon, all of these different things, this is from 3 years ago, mind you. These people are trying to post this now today. 2022 was during the FTX crash. Remember, that was an insolvent market. So when you're seeing people like this put these kind of things, that's going to ensue panic. But it's not helpful when you're going and you're trying to do some research and you're looking at different big news outlets like Watcher Guru, and they're putting in information saying Bitcoin falls below 90,000 with all these red candles showing up. But guess what? Let me give you guys some voice of reason for people that are extremely bullish on XRP. Cameron Winklevoss, one of the Winklevoss twins, Gemini Exchange founders and co-founders and owners, and also the people who launched the XRP credit card. Gemini co-founder Cameron Winklevoss says this is the last time you'll ever be able to buy Bitcoin below $90,000. Statement. Not saying do your own research, do your own due diligence. No, as a statement. And this is where things are going to get interesting. Pay close attention to what's happening in the altcoin market. Bitcoin is getting hit harder than a lot of different altcoins, including even XRP. Over the last day, Bitcoin is down 4.86% on the day, which kind of signals more manipulation happening from bigger whales, bigger fish, than the small ones holding all the different altcoins, including XRP. So we have these statistics, we have these numbers. But what are the analysts saying? Analyst says XRP may first retest $1.95, but eyes a $10 target. This is from the Crypto Basic. The cryptocurrency is trading right around $2.25, which now is actually $2.15 since the time of this recording. Up 1% in the past day, they said, narrowing its weekly loss to about 11.5%. Technical observers note a key retest at 195, a level that previously acted as resistance before XRP broke into the higher earlier cycles. Analyst Cryptolika shared a chart on X showing a long-term pattern that suggests a return to a 195 support zone may set the stage for a continuation and a move towards $10. ChartNerd later amplified the setup, promoting discussions on XRP's potential next leg up. Interestingly, Ali Martinez earlier projected a similar setup, forecasting a possible dip to $1.90 before the token resumes its uptrend, reflecting over the past 10 months of pure consolidation that you guys can see right over on this chart, which is XRP, the 2-week chart. XRP surge historical context. So back in previous cycles, remember, the problem here is people are still stuck on this concept or idea of crypto cycles, that they come in every 4 years, blah, 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 blah. You need to understand, once institutional backing came into this market, we are no longer part of a 4-year cycle anymore. Now we will probably run along the same trajectory as long as there are no black swan events that can cause major crashes. And right now, all we're seeing is an over-panic, oversold market with free buys, basically. You're trying to get in right now at 2024 pricing for cryptocurrency. Yes, 2024 pricing. Bitcoin is down on the year now. This period is measured to consolidation continued until March 2017, and they kind of talk about price action here. But the XRP cycle is repeating. Analysts see a similar structure forming in the 2018-2025 cycle. The first phase began when XRP went down to 11.4 cents March 2020. After it peaked in 2018, XRP rebounded with higher lows as it consolidated between 10 cents and 70 cents. So Egrag Crypto sees the $10 target. Market analyst Egrag has also highlighted that the token is currently at the base of a descending triangle, drawing comparisons to similar patterns in 2017 and 2021. The setup projected potential gains of 306% up to 1,400%, implying anywhere between $10 to $37 per XRP coin. Now, the most important thing, guys, nobody, including myself, nor you, know the future. Only God has the power or has the ability to see the unseen. Nobody has a crystal ball. No one can determine or choose or see what will happen tomorrow. Charts in general, technical analysis, chart analysis, whatever you want to call it, is all guesswork, but it's educated guesswork based off of previous patterns, previous years, previous cycles. But based off of all the things that charts have told us, we shouldn't be where we're at today. Based off XRP ETF inflows beginning last week, we should not see a downtrend in XRP's price action. Instead, by now, maybe touching a higher high, maybe a new all-time high even within just the last few days of that ETF approval. But remember, the most important thing right now is macro structure and macroeconomics tell us that we may be in a recession. There might not be enough liquidity in the market, even though M2 money supply is at all-time highs and all these different things that I talk about time and time again. Just because that is what the data tells us, is that what we're feeling in our day-to-day? You're a retail investor watching right now. You know what you do for a living. Based off of how you've been feeling over the last 9 to 12 months, what do you think and how do you feel the economy is performing? Because most of the time, what I'm hearing right now is groceries are too expensive. Life is very pricey. It's hard for me to navigate my day-to-day. So with that being said, if that's how you feel, that's probably how the majority of retail investors feel. So what we hope right now is we do see the stimulus come into the market in 2026. We hope that we do see the feds bail us out and turn the money printers back on in December. Though inflation ran rampant, I think we still do need the Federal Reserve to step in and fix the economic crisis that we're seeing, because now it's being reflected on the markets, in addition to what I believe is some manipulation. So I appreciate you guys' support. You're not the only one who feels the way you do. I wanted to come on here and kind of validate all the feelings, because it sucks. It sucks when we see the market down 10 to 20% in the last 7 days, 30% in the last month. But things will get better. They might get a little bit worse before they get a lot better. Hang in there. I know it's hard right now, but I think better days are yet to come. I appreciate your support as always. That's all I had. And until next time, as always, everybody, keep investing. Peace.